And a warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here at Roberto Hernandez Stadium for Game 1 of a one-game set between the USC Aiken Pacers and the Wingate Bulldogs. I'm Marcus Johnson. Thank you for joining us on this Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening, whatever you want to call it. It's about 6 o'clock, so right in that gray area. Pacers back home after a lengthy road trip, which the Pacers did relatively well on the season, including a series sweep of their arch rival from across the river, Augusta. It was a dominant series performance by USC Aiken all around. Lots of great standout performances, including one from Christian Aragon, who earned Peach Belt Conference Pitcher of the Week honors. Pacers trying to take down Wingate, who they did successfully beat early on in the season, but Wingate has been on an absolute tear with a 30-11 overall record. However, they are 6-7 on the road. They're trying to improve to 500. Pacers, on the other hand, with a 24-13 overall record, 17-8 at home, and 7-4 on the road. So a good road record for the Pacers this year, and it's good to see that. And hopefully that'll have a factor in conference play. On the mound for USC Aiken, Brooks Calvo, boasting a 2-3 record and a 5.40 ERA. Also has 2 saves on the year, and they decided to give him the start. His first opponent will be from Wingate, Ty Andrews, the center fielder. Andrews batting .326 on the year, has 2 homers and 17 RBIs. First pitch is in there for a strike, and we are underway. And the 0-1. That one fouled off. 0-2. Lined into center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. And that'll start things off here for Wingate. McCann Mellett coming up to bat, the second baseman. Mellett, arguably the top hitter for this Bulldogs squad, a .379 batting average, 5 home runs, and 32 RBIs. Check throw over to first, not in time. There we go, got the mic working a little bit better. It had an awkward sound to it. Turned out the microphone itself was pointed away from my face, so that's never good. But the engineering skills that I possess, which aren't very many, were just enough to solve the problem. 0-1 count now to Mellett, as the first pitch was in there for a strike. Popped high into the air, foul territory, third base side. Dalton Weeks gives it a look, but he's going to let it go out of play. Count is 0-2, back-to-back 0-2 counts. We'll see if Calvo can win this one. Go ahead and give you the Pacer defense while we have a chance here. Catching Brooks Calvo is Brian Pereira. Over at first base, we have Connor Durden. Philip Watcher is back at playing second. He started out the season at second base, but then moved into the DH role. And over at shortstop, we have Chandler Rogers, and Dalton Weeks rounds out the infield at third base. Quick check throw to first, not in time. In the outfield, Joey Smithers is out in left field. Again, that was where he started the season. Then he moved over to second, but they're going back with the early year success that they had with him there. Jose Bonilla is in center field, his usual spot, and Niall Goings finishes off the defense in right. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 3 is the call. And that'll be good for the first out as Mellett goes down, swinging.
Third baseman, number 16, Tyler Schneider.
Tyler Schneider, the third baseman for Wingate, comes up to bat. Schneider, batting .333 on the year, 5 homers and 35 RBIs. Runner on first and 1 man down here in the top of the first inning. Another check throw to first, not in time. A slow grounder to first. Durden flips it to Calvo, who steps on the bag for the second out. Runner advances to second on the play. So now runner on second with 2 outs.
Designated hitter number 33, Bradley Brown.
And Bradley Brown, the DH, for the Bulldogs coming up to bat. Brown has the look of a power hitter, and his numbers back that up. A .262 average, but 11 home runs and a team best 44 RBIs. Right on the outside corner for a call strike. The 0-1. Inside corner, call strike. 0-2. Calvo going outside, coming back inside. What will he do for pitch number 3? We'll see what he does. Comes back inside. Brown able to foul that one off to stay alive. The 0-2. Misses inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2. Check swing fouled off. Pitch would have been high for a ball anyway. Count staying right where it is at 1-2. Runner still on second base with 2 outs. Ooh, good-looking pitch from Calvo. Just missed low and away, though, 2-2. Great pitch, couldn't get the call. And a tough pitch to lay off of if you're Brown. Another good pitch, and again, Calvo not getting the call. Brown able to lay off of it. The count is full to Brown. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second, top of the first inning. And Calvo dealing again. Trying to go to the outside corner, just misses outside. Ball 4. Brown will draw the 2-out walk.
The catcher, number 8, Andrew Llewellyn.
I'll bring up Andrew Llewellyn, the catcher. Llewellyn, a .293 average on the year. 5 home runs as well, 17 RBIs. So Brian Pereira will head on out to talk with Calvo, settle him down a little bit. In all honesty, I don't really think he needs any settling down. His location looked excellent there. He just couldn't get the calls that he needed. Runners on first and second with 2 outs for Llewellyn. That one is hit high into the air, shallow right field. Watcher makes the catch for the third and final out. And that'll do it. Wingate leaves 2 stranded. We're going to the bottom of the first inning. Still no score between the Pacers and the Bulldogs. And welcome to the bottom of the first inning, folks. No score yet between the Pacers and the Bulldogs. USC Aiken coming to bat with Jose Bonilla leading things off against the starting pitcher of Wingate, Riley Eisenhower, not to be confused with the former president. Eisenhower's stat line: a 3.27 ERA, 2-1 record in 3 starts and 6 appearances, has 1 complete game on the season as well. Bonilla getting his numbers up there. He's batting over 300 now after that road trip, and he goes at the first pitch. A chopper over third baseman's head and into left field for a base hit. Good way to start things off for Bonilla and the Pacers. Couldn't even get the stat line out, but he was batting .303. That'll go up a little bit after that single. The rest of his stat line: 4 homers, 15 RBIs. Now Dalton Weeks, the third baseman, coming up to bat, hit a grand slam in that huge 15-1 win over the Jaguars over this past weekend. His second of the year, if I'm not mistaken. Weeks with a .331 average, 12 home runs leading the squad, and 43 RBIs also leading the squad, having an excellent late half of the season. Actually, just call it an excellent season overall. First pitch outside corner for strike 1. Check throw over to first. Again, Bonilla always a threat to steal. He has great speed on the bases. 10 stolen bases on the year. However, he's been caught stealing 4 times, which is a very surprising number. Just misses outside for a ball. 1-1. However, even with those 4 caught stealings, he still leads the team with those 10 stolen bases. Joey Smithers, believe it or not, is second on the team in bags stolen with 9. He's having a good year on the base path. Low and inside for a ball, 2-1. The 2-1. Lined into left field. That'll be a nice solid base hit as it rolls to the corner. Bonilla hustling for third, and they're going to hold him up there. Weeks stops at second. It's a double for Dalton Weeks. Pacers with runners in scoring position and nobody out.
The catcher, number 32, Brian Pereira.
And brings up the catcher, Brian Pereira. Pereira sitting there with a .297 batting average, 9 home runs of his own, and 37 RBIs. Those 37 put him in third on the team. Another productive season from Brian Pereira. An excellent defensive player when he plays first, and a very consistent, I should say very consistent hitter. It's low and away for ball one. Of course, if you were watching earlier on in the season, it was against Columbus State, I believe. Pacers were down by 2, and Pereira comes up with a clutch grand slam to give the Pacers the lead, and that's all they needed as he sends one out into deep right field. That one's going. It is gone! A 3-run home run for Brian Pereira, and the Pacers jump out to a 3-0 lead. Just as I was talking about a home run that Pereira hit, he decides to slug another one. Great job by Brian Pereira. Pacers jumping out to that early 3-0 lead, and we'll see if they can ride this momentum on with Niall Goings coming up to the plate. First pitch to Goings, in there for a strike. Goings batting .277 on the year. He has 6 home runs and 18 RBIs. And another pitch in there for a strike. Count quickly 0-2. Ball in the dirt. Goings able to lay off of it. They're going to appeal anyway, and first base ump says he did not go. Good call there. And Goings sends one out into right field. Not as deep, however, as it will be caught for the second out. I'm sorry, not the second out, the first out.
First baseman number 30, Connor Durden.
Scoreboard operator was quick on the draw there, put the out up before I even realized it, but that will bring up Connor Durden, the first baseman. First pitch in there for a strike to Durden. Durden batting .328, 7 home runs and 29 RBIs. Durden went through a little bit of a lull at the midway point of the season, but he's slowly bringing his numbers back up, and the fact that he's back over 300 is an excellent sign. Count is now 0-2 as Durden swings and misses with it. Low and away, slider missing. Durden blasts that one out into center field and deep. It's near the track. It is at the wall, and that is where it will be caught for the second out. Well, any other part of the ballpark, that might have been out, but not to dead center. 2 men down now for Brady O'Neill, who is the DH. O'Neill getting a little more playing time, and why not? He's batting .423 on the year, 11 for 26. 1 home run, which happened to be a walk-off home run, and 5 RBIs. First pitch missing O'Neill for ball 1. And O'Neill pops that one foul first base side. And that one will also be out of play. One of the these are ball players who's not dressed for today's game, who has to go shag foul balls. Ended up taking it off the chest as he tried to catch it with his cap. The 1-1. A slow chopper to short. Throw to first is in time, and O'Neill is retired as the third out, but Brian Pereira blasts one into right field for a 3-run shot. They give the Pacers a 3-0 lead as we move on to the top of the second. And welcome back. Top of the second inning getting underway. Brett Branton will lead things off. He's the starting shortstop for today's game and for the Bulldogs. Pacers up 3-0 as we start off the top half of the second inning. Branton batting .360 on the year. Took me a minute to find his stats. 1 homer, 19 RBIs, and he shows bunt. A good bunt here. Calvo picks it up, fires it to first, and that's going to get past Connor Durden and roll all the way to the fence. Branton heading in for second, and he will make it in there. And I believe that'll be a throwing error on Calvo.
The left fielder, number 2, Austin Turgeon.
So Austin Turgeon. Oh, the mic's acting up again. There we go. Austin Turgeon coming at the bat now. Runner on second with nobody out. Turgeon, the left fielder in today's game. Batting .261, has no home runs and 6 RBIs. And he gets a chopper over the third baseman, Dalton Weeks' head. They're going to wave the runner around third. Throw comes into second, and a run will score. Now, Turgeon drives in the first run of the day for the Bulldogs, and it's a 3-1 game. Pacers still leading.
Right fielder, number 41, Trent Wynn.
So Trent Wynn, the right fielder, coming to bat now. Runner on first with still nobody out. Wynn batting .235, 2 homers, 10 RBIs. First pitch missing for ball 1. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Check throw over to first, not in time. Turgeon able to dive back under the tag. And another one in there for a strike, 1-2. And a base hit into left field for Trent Wynn. Runners on first and second, and still nobody out.
First baseman number 15, Zach Little.
So Zach Little, the number 9 hitter and first baseman, coming to bat. Batting .331 on the year with 1 home run and 20 RBIs. A chance to add to that here with a runner in scoring position. Bunts it right back to Calvo. He's going to go to third with it. The throw to Weeks is in time. Great heads-up play there from Calvo and Weeks to get the lead runner and get the first out.
The center fielder, number 3, Ty Andrus.
Ty Andrus, the top of the order, coming up to bat. He singled his first time up. Runners still on first and second. Infield playing for the double play. Another bunt here. Bunted beautifully. Nobody there to grab it, and everyone will be safe. Well-placed bunt. Weeks was covering the bag, and Calvo couldn't reach it. And the bases are loaded for Wingate with only 1 out. McCann Mellick coming up to bat, struck out his first time up. Pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. Lofted, left field, and just foul. No balls and 2 strikes to Mellett. Bases are loaded with 1 out. And just misses outside with that one. 1-2. Popped up high into the air. Right center field, Bonilla makes the catch. Runner tags from third. The throw comes in. It's going to be off the mark. All the other runners hold up. It's a sacrifice fly for Mellett. And the Pacer lead is now 3-2.
Third baseman number 16, Tyler Schneider.
So Tyler Schneider comes up to bat, grounded out his first time up. Runners on first and second with 2 men down here in the top of the second inning. Softly hit to second, and Watcher's throw is going to go over the head of Dirt, and he probably should have just eaten that one. Tying run comes home to score. That'll be an E4 on Watcher. I think they're going to call that a hit and an error, as the run scored on the error. Can't help but feel like Watcher probably should have just held on to that one and not risked it. So now we're all tied up at 3 runs apiece.
The designated hitter number 33, Bradley Brown.
Runners now on the corners for Wingate. Bradley Brown coming up to bat. Brown walked his first time up. And Pereira's going to run on out and have a chat with Calvo. So while we have the chance, I'd like to thank a couple of our sponsors, including Willie Jewell's Old School Barbecue. Every dish is served with a side of Southern hospitality. Stop on in and tell them Pacer Sports sent you, and the South Carolina Education Lottery. When you play the South Carolina Education Lottery, you're not only taking a chance, but giving a chance. Again, Brown digging in with 2 outs and runners on first and third. 3 runs have already scored for Wingate, as they have matched the Pacers' total from the bottom half of the first to tie this ball game up. This is outside with the first pitch, 1-0. High and inside, 2-0. Pacers have some action going on in the bullpen right now. Calvo's had his work cut out for him here with 2 errors in the inning. That never helps. Another check throw to first, not in time. Of course, then again, one of the errors was on him. Low and inside for a ball. 3 balls, no strikes. In there for a strike, 3-1. Fly ball out there, opposite side left field. Smithers running over and making the catch for the third and final out to get out of the jam. 3-run score, however, and we are tied 3-3, bottom of the second coming up. And we are back with the bottom of the second inning getting underway. Philip Watcher leading things off. We're all tied up 3-3 here in the bottom of the second. First pitch to Watcher missing outside for ball one. Watcher batting .294, 4 home runs, 38 RBIs, has a hot bat. And is good at driving in runs, and he lines one into center field for a base hit. Well, another good start off to an inning for the Pacers. And now Joey Smithers, the left fielder, coming up to bat. Runner on first and nobody out. Smithers batting .290, 4 home runs, 28 RBIs. First pitch missing high for ball one. Count now 2-0 to Smithers. And he hits that one high into the sky, right field, and that one will be caught for the first out.
Shortstop number 2.
Now Chandler Rogers coming to the plate. .257 average on the year, no home runs, 12 RBIs. In fact, he's the only Pacer starter in this game that has not hit a home run. Ground ball to short. They'll throw it to second, and that one just in time. So they'll get Phil Watcher on the fielder's choice.
Center fielder number 4, Jose Bonilla.
And now Bonilla coming up to bat. A single and a run scored his first time up. Runner still on first with 2 outs. First pitch in there for strike one to Bonilla. That one grounded through the right side for a base hit. The Bonilla now 2 for 2 today.
The third baseman, number 44, Dalton Weeks.
Now bring up Dalton Weeks, a double his last time up, and also scored a run. First pitch in the dirt for a ball. 1-0. That one in there for a strike. 1-1. This is low and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. And a base hit for Dalton Weeks. They're going to hold Rogers at third as bases loaded for the Pacers with 2 outs, and Brian Pereira coming to the plate.
The catcher, number 32, Brian Pereira.
Pereira hit a 3-run home run his last time up. And with the bases loaded, I'm sure he'd love to hit another one. The Pereira digging in now, bases loaded, 2 outs. Bottom of the 2nd inning of a 3-3 ball game. First pitch curveball catches the inside part of the plate for strike 1. And Pereira pops it up right there to the shortstop where it will be caught for the 3rd. And final out, Pacers will leave the bases loaded, and we will move on to the 3rd inning, all tied up 3-3. And we're back, top of the 3rd inning, getting underway, all tied up 3-3. Andrew Llewellyn will lead it off for Wingate. He popped out his first time up. And he pops it up again, this time foul territory and out of play for strike 1. Swing and a miss. Calvo took a lot off of it, and he got him to chase. Llewellyn down 0-2. Right on the outside corner. Llewellyn down looking for the first out.
The shortstop, number 11, Brett Branton.
And now Brett Branton coming up to bat. Branton started off the rally in the second inning for Wingate. He bunted his way on. He scored a hit and an error, which allowed him to advance to second, and he also scored a run. First pitch just missing for a ball. There's a chopper. Just short. Rogers backhands it, bobbles it a little bit. And he'll just hold on to it. No throw made. We'll see how they score it. And they're going to score it a base hit.
Left fielder number 2, Austin Turgeon.
Austin Turgeon coming up to bat. Singled and drove in a run his last time up. Runner on first with 1 out. Pitch on the outside corner, strike 1. This is high. 1-1. Check throw over to first, not in time. Low and inside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Grounded to third, Weeks has it, fires it to second for 1. The throw to first is in time to complete the double play and end the top of the third inning. Bottom half of the inning coming up. Pacers coming to bat, tied up 3-3. And we enter the bottom of the third inning of USC Aiken Baseball presented by Tyler's Tire and Auto Center. All tied up 3-3. Niall Goings leading it off. 0 for 1 today as he goes after the first pitch and misses for strike 1. Low and away for a ball, 1-1. Outside corner, 1-2. Check swing, fouled off. Count will stay frozen at 1-2 strikes. Ball bounces in front of the plate. 2-2. Goings sends that one fair down the left field line and rolls into the corner. Goings will head into second, and he will make it in there with a stand-up leadoff double here in the third.
The first baseman, number 30, Connor Durden.
And now Connor Durden coming to the plate. Flew out his first time up 0 for 1. Runner on second and nobody out. Grounded foul. Strike one. The 0-1. Outside corner, 0-2. Misses outside there, 1-2. Durden lines that one into center field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Goings runs on over and makes it over to third. Runners on the corners now for the Pacers. Still nobody out. And Brady O'Neill coming to the plate.
Designated hitter number 41, Brady O'Neill.
O'Neill 0 for 1 today. And we're going to have a visit to the mound here from the Bulldogs. And we're going to have a pitching change. The runners on first and third for the Pacers with nobody out. Bottom of the third inning, and a new pitcher coming out of the bullpen for Wingate. We'll be back after a short break. And we're back here in the bottom of the third inning. Brady O'Neill facing off against the new pitcher, Nick Stegman. Runners on the corners with nobody out. And O'Neill goes after the first pitch, fouls it off out of play for strike one. So Riley Eisenhower's evening is done. 2+ innings. No strikeouts, no walks, 8 hits, and so far 3 runs have been scored on him. All 3 of them earned, and the runners that are on base are his responsibility. Pitch misses high for a ball. So kind of even at 1-1. Again, Nick Stegman, the new pitcher, a 4.79 ERA, a 4-1 record in 8 starts and 9 appearances. Trying to keep this game tied. High and inside for a ball. 2-1. O'Neill grounds it up the middle and through for a base hit. Shortstop and second had to hold up to keep from colliding. That'll be a base hit for Brady O'Neill. Nile going scores an RBI single. Pacers retake the lead 4-3.
The second baseman, number 1, Phil Watcher.
So Phil Watcher coming to the plate now. Watcher singled his first time up, 1 for 1 today. Runners on first and second with nobody out. This is trying to have a really productive inning here, and they're already on pace to do that with 1 run in. Fastball misses high for ball 1. Watcher bunts it down the first base side. Throw to first is not in time. Watcher beats it out. As Brown double-checked to see if he could get the runner at third, and that ended up costing him the out at first. Bases are loaded. Still nobody out for Joey Smithers.
The left fielder, number 9, Joey Smithers.
Smithers 0 for 1 as he digs in. First pitch to Smithers, right down the middle for a strike, 0-1. And Smithers grounds that one under the glove of the third baseman and into left field. 1 run scores, another run coming home. O'Neill comes in, he will score. 2 runs, and they're going to score that in E5, but it doesn't matter. Pacers will take the 2 runs anyway and take back a 3-run lead, leading now 6-3.
Number 2, Chandler Rogers.
The Runners on first and second, still nobody out. Chandler Rogers coming up to the plate, reached on a fielder's choice his last time up. And he shows bunt. Bunts it right back to the mound. Only one play, that's to first. The throw is just in time, as the second baseman, Mellett, was able to keep his toe on the bag. But the sacrifice is successful. Runners advance to second and third. And now Jose Bonilla coming up to the plate. Bonilla 2 for 2 today with a pair of singles and a run scored. Again, runners on second and third now with one out. Curveball misses outside for a ball. That one is sent a mile in the air, but it's in foul territory, and that one will end up finally out of play. My goodness. And a slow grounder to second. Going to be a tough play. The flip to first is just in time to get it Bonilla, but a run scores. And it is now 7-3 Pacers.
The third baseman, number 44, Dalton Weeks.
And now Dalton Weeks coming to the plate. Weeks is also 2 for 2 today with a single, a double, and a run scored. Runner on third. So yeah, runner on third and 2 outs now. Pitch missing low to Weeks for ball 1. Missing high, ball 2. The 2-0. Sent up the middle and through for a base hit. That'll be an RBI single for Dalton Weeks, and the Pacers lead it now 8-3.
The catcher, number 32, Brian Pereira.
And now Brian Pereira coming up to the plate. Runner on first with 2 outs. Pereira is 1 for 2 today with a 3-run home run. Popped out his last time up, however. Weeks takes off for second. Pitch misses outside for a ball, and Weeks will be safe at second base without any challenge. So now a runner in scoring position for Pereira with 2 outs. Misses inside. 2-0. And Pereira just catches a piece of that one, strike 1. Popped up, left side, foul territory, and it'll be caught just over the fence for the 3rd and final out. Pacers leave 1 stranded, but they drive in 5 in the bottom of the 3rd inning, leading 8-3 as we move on to the top of the 4th. And we enter the top of the 4th inning. Pacers leading 8-3 now over the Wingate Bulldogs. Bulldogs leading things off with Trent Wynn, who had a single and a run scored his first time up. I'll go ahead and give you a little update on some of the other Pacer sports out there, including men's golf, who's sitting now with a number 9 national ranking, so they are in the top 10. That one is sent on out, lined into left field. That's going to drop in fair for a base hit and go to the corner. Smithers picks it up, and heading into second is Trent Wynn with a leadoff double. Now, maybe I shouldn't start boasting about our other sports, as Wingate seems to like to hit on that.
15, Zach Little.
I'll bring up Zach Little. Reached on fielder's choice and scored his last time up. Runner on second, nobody out. In there for a strike, 0-1. But as we said, men's golf sitting at number 9 in the nation as they move into the Peach Belt Conference tournament. They are the defending Peach Belt Conference champions, looking to repeat and win their 12th conference championship. Grounded to second. Watcher has it, fires to first, and that one's in time for the first out. Wynn advances to third on the play, however. Now bring us to the top of the order, Ty Andrews.
The center
2
fielder,
for 2
number
with
3,
2 singles.
Ty Andrus.
Chance to get a run back here in the top of the 4th. It's missing outside for a ball, 1-0. And in other Pacer sports news, the men's tennis team has just earned a number 13 national ranking after coming off of a win against Erskine. Well, Pacer men's tennis is doing an excellent job this year despite being short a few players due to injury. That pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. But if you want to keep up to date with all of the Pacer sports, you can obviously check out pacersports.com, or you can watch the Pacer Minute, which we post every week, and is hosted by our freshman volleyball standout, Allie Smith. Ball gets away, runner's coming home, flip to the plate is not in time. Good effort there from Pereira and Calvo, but unfortunately not in time. And now it's an 8-4 ball game. Nobody on and 1 out. 2-1 count to Ty Andrews. And again, be sure to check out the Pacer Minute every week when we post it. Hosted by Allie Smith, the freshman volleyball standout. And be sure to watch it through in its entirety, as there's a little blooper at the end of every video after the credits. And this week's was a good one, I have to admit. If you do check it out, you'll be able to see what our new hashtag is going to be for the remainder of the sports season. I'm not going to spoil it, and you'll have to watch it. Two-two lined into left field. That's going to be a base hit. Could be extra base as it rolls slowly to the corner. Again, Smithers picking it up after losing his hat and firing it in. Gets by the cutoff man, Rogers, but Watcher was right there to scoop it up. That'll be a double for Tyler Andrews. He's 3 for 3 today now. And now McCann Mellett coming up to bat. 0 for 1, but he had a sac fly his last time up to drive in a run. And Mellett lines the first pitch up the middle and through for a base hit. They're going to hold the runner at third. Run comes all the way to the plate, scooped up by Pereira. As Mellett thought about heading over to second on the throw, but that came in so fast and so accurately that he was able to hold everybody up. So good defensive play there from Bonilla to save a run.
The third baseman, number 16, Tyler Schneider.
Runners on the corners with 1 out. Tyler Schneider coming up to the plate. 1 for 2 with an RBI single, and we are going to have Kenny Thomas come out of the dugout. He's going to make a pitching change. So we're going to take a break. Be right back. Top of the 4th inning, 2 on, 1 out. Pacers leading 8-4. We are back with Hunter Schuff coming out of the Pacer bullpen to relieve Brooks Calvo. Calvo went 3 1/3, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, 10 hits, and right now 4 runs earned. 4 runs have scored, and of those 4 runs, 3 of them are earned. The runners that are on base are his responsibility. And a check throw from Schuff to first, just to keep him honest. Tyler Schneider, the batter. Again, 1 for 2 today with an RBI single. Give you the stat line on Hunter Schuff while we have the chance. One and 1 record, 2 starts, 12 appearances. As that pitch misses for a ball. Another check throw to first. That one almost getting under Connor Durden's glove. That one lined fair down the third base side and into the corner. That'll score 1 run and be extra bases. They're going to wave the runner around third. Throw's coming in. Rogers firing it home. It is not in time. 2 runs will score on the RBI double from Tyler Schneider, and it is an 8-6 ball game now. Now, runner on second, still 1 out. And Bradley Brown coming to the plate. Brown is 0 for 2 today. Or sorry, 0 for 1 today with a walk. And he flew out his first time up. Or second time up. I'm all over the place. Swing and a miss. Got behind on the fastball there, strike 1. High and outside, 1-1. Grounded slowly to third. Weeks checks the runner. Fires to first in time for the second out.
The catcher, number 8, Andrew Llewellyn.
Now Andrew Llewellyn coming up to bat. 0 for 2, struck out looking his last time up. First pitch low and away for ball 1 to Llewellyn. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. Chased after a pitch low and away, 1-1.
Chopper, foul. In there for a call, strike 3, and Schuff gets Llewellyn looking for the third and final out. But Wingate gets 3 as we move on to the bottom of the fourth. 8-6 is your score. Pacers leading. And welcome back. Bottom of the fourth inning getting underway. I'm Marcus Johnson. Thanking you for joining us on this midweek evening. Niall Goings leads off the inning again. Doubled and came around to score his last time up, 1 for 2. First pitch low and away for ball 1. And that one sent to third. Long throw is in time to get Goings for the first out.
The first baseman, number 30, Connor Durden.
And now Connor Durden coming up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 as well with a single and a run scored his last time up. First pitch missing to Durden for ball 1. Another ball in the dirt, 2-0. Low and away, 3 balls and no strikes. Outside corner, call strike, 3-1. And a swing and a miss. Full count to Durden. Popped it up. Left field. And it'll be caught for the second out. And now Brady O'Neill coming up to the plate. 1 for 2 today with a single, a run scored, and 1 RBI. O'Neill fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. In there for a strike, 0-2. This is high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Curveball missing low and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fouled off. O'Neill just staying in there. Popped it up. Right side of the infield. And it'll be caught for the third and final out. A 1-2-3 inning. We move on to the top of the 5th inning. Pacers still leading 8-6. And welcome back. Top of the 5th inning. About to get underway. Pacers up 8-6. Brett Branton will lead it off for the Bulldogs. He is 2 for 2. Pair of singles and a run scored. Fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. And the 0-1 on its way. Fouled off, 0-2. And the 0-2. Sent on out into left field. Smithers charging and making the catch for the first out.
The left fielder, Austin Turgeon.
Austin Turgeon coming up to bat. 1 for 2, an RBI single. And a ground into a double play his last time up. I'd like to give a little shout out to softball head coach Jerry Snyder, who's watching at home. I was told you wanted a shout out, and we'll give it to you. If anybody else wants a shout out, you'll have to know my personal number. The first pitch to Turgeon was right down the middle for a strike, 0-1. That pitch missing high, 1-1. And another one right down the middle. And for the first time in baseball history, 4 strikes have been thrown according to the scoreboard. I'm sure they will update that in a moment. Count is 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Turgeon down on strikes for the second out.
The right fielder, Trent Wynn.
Now Trent Wynn coming up. He's been dangerous at the plate today. 2 for 2 with a single, a double, and 2 runs scored. Low and away. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. 1-0. Curveball just misses high. 2-0. Fouled off. 2-1. Sent on out into right field. Goings having to go back for it, reaching up and unable to come up with the catch as the ball rolls to the wall. He fires it in. That'll be a 2-out double for Trent Wynn. He is 3 for 3 today now. Zach Little coming up to bat. Reached down a fielder's choice and scored a run. Grounded out his last time up. In there for a strike, 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. And the 0-2. Low and away, blocked by Pereira. He'll pick it up, and Wynn will stay put at second. Swing and a miss. Fastball got him. And Schuff gets out of the inning without any damage. We are moving on to the bottom of the 5th inning. Pacers still up 8-6. And welcome back to USC Aiken Baseball, sponsored by Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance. For your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, count on Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance. Pacers leading the Wingate Bulldogs by a score of 8-6 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Philip Watcher leading it off for the Pacers. He is 2 for 2 today with a pair of singles and a run scored. And the 1-0 fouled off, evens things up at 1-1. And a slow chopper back to the mound. Easy out there. Watcher down for the first out.
The left fielder, Joey Smithers.
So now Joey Smithers coming to the plate. Smithers is 0 for 2. However, he drove in 2 runs by reaching on an error and scoring. And he bunts it. Third base side. Tough play. Throw to first is just in time. People don't seem to agree with that call, and I think they got a case. From up here, it looked like Smithers beat that one out. And Kenny Thomas is going to trot on out from the dugout to argue this one. I think he's got a legitimate case here. It looks like Smithers beat that out by half a step. As it stands right now, Smithers is out for out number 2.
The shortstop, number 2, Chandler Rogers.
So Chandler Rogers coming up to the plate now. 2 outs. Nobody on. First pitch is in there for a call strike. Outside for a ball, 1-1. And a slow grounder to second. Another tough play. Flip to first is in time for the third and final out. We move on to the top of the 6th inning. Pacers still up by 2. They lead it 8-6. Well, we are back with the top of the 6th inning getting underway. Ty Andrews leads it off. 3 for 3 today. 2 singles, a double, and a run scored. Hunter Schuff still on the mound for the Pacers as they lead 8-6. That pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. Curveball missing high and inside, 1-1. Grounder. Diving stop by Rogers. Gets to his feet, but he's not going to have a play. But still, excellent effort by Chandler Rogers to stop that ball and try to make a play on it. It'll be a base hit nonetheless. Leadoff man aboard for Wingate. And McCann Mellett coming up to bat. 1 for 2 today. A single, a strikeout, a sac fly, a run scored, and an RBI. Check throw to first, not in time. Low and outside for a ball, 1-0. Another check throw to first, and again, it is not in time. Andrews has excellent speed on the base path. 19 stolen bases on the year. He's only been caught twice. So it's no wonder they're trying to keep him close to the bag. In there for a strike. 1-1. And another check throw to first. Now the 1-1 on its way. Catches the outside corner, 1-2. High and outside, fastball missing, 2-2. Tried to hold up his swing, couldn't. Went after a pitch low and inside. Strikeout for Mellett for the first out.
The third baseman, Tyler Schneider.
And now Tyler Schneider to the plate. 2 for 3 today. A double, a single, 3 RBIs. Check throw to first. Do they have him? Ooh. Almost caught Andrews. He took a step towards second as the throw came in, but just got back to the bag in time. So runner on first with 1 out still. Schneider still awaiting his first pitch. And he fouls it off. Strike 1. Yeah, 1. Nice curveball, swing and a miss there, 0-2. Another check throw to first, and once again, not in time. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Schuff as Schneider goes down for the second out.
Designated hitter, Bradley Brown.
So now Bradley Brown, the DH, coming up to bat. 0 for 2 with a walk today. Another check throw to first. High and outside, possibly a pitch out. 1-0. And therefore a strike, 1-1. Runner takes off, pitches outside, throw down to second is not in time. Stolen base number 20 on the year for Ty Andrews. Count is now 2-1 on Bradley Brown. Now a runner on second with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Ball bounces off the mask of Pereira and gets away. Andrews makes his way over to third safely. And the 2-2. Just misses the outside corner. Another good-looking pitch, this one from Schuff. Not able to get the call, full count. Low and inside, ball 4. Brown with his second walk, puts runners on the corners, still 2 outs.
The catcher, number 31, Micah Goodwin.
And now Micah Goodwin coming into the game. Coming in for Andrew Llewellyn, who went 0 for 3. Goodwin batting .279 on the year, has 3 home runs and 14 RBIs. In there for a strike, 0-1. Right down the middle, 0-2. Check swing. Did he go? They're going to make the appeal, or try to make the appeal. And the first base umpire makes the right call, says he did not. He did hold up, 1-2. And the 1-2. High and outside, 2-2. Ooh, another good-looking pitch, but just unable to get the call. I don't think Schuff can believe that. Full count. Three-two. Swing and a miss. Schuff gets some swinging, strikes out the side, leaves two stranded, and keeps the Pacer two-run lead intact. Moving on to the bottom of the sixth inning, it's 8-6. Pacers up. Top of the sixth inning, getting underway of USC Aiken baseball, brought to you in part by Aiken Flooring. Aiken Flooring, you can stand on us. And the Concierge Team, a real estate boutique. In the market for a house in the Aiken area, Mike Stakes, your guy at the Concierge Team. Jose Bonilla leads things off. He is 2 for 3 today with a pair of singles, a run scored, and 1 run batted in. First pitch of Bonilla missing for ball 1. And Bonilla sends that one into center field, a base hit. Once again, Bonilla leads off an inning and gets aboard. And brings up Dalton Weeks. Weeks is 3 for 3 today. 2 singles, a double, a run scored, 1 run batted in, and a stolen base. Needless to say, a productive day for Dalton Weeks. We'll see if he can add a little more to it. First pitch of Weeks is in there for a strike. 0-1. Oh and 2 now the count to Weeks as that curveball finds the zone. Misses high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner takes off, pitches high and inside. The throw down to second is in time. And Bonilla caught stealing for the first out. That is the 5th time Bonilla has been caught stealing this year. All low and away. Well, if he had waited 1 pitch, that would have been a good one to go on. Then again, if he was on first, that pitch might not have been thrown. You never can tell. Full count to Weeks, however. And Weeks chases a high fastball, swing and a miss. Strike 3 for the second out. Well, we have cracked the code on Brian Pereira. If you talk about hits that he has gotten in the past, that is the hit that he will get. Earlier in the game, we were talking about a home run that he hit, and what did he do? He smacked a home run. Didn't talk about anything in his last at-bat, his last couple at-bats, however, as he popped out twice. So we're going to talk about the singles that he hit, especially the one that he hit when he got the cycle. And we'll see if he goes ahead and follows through with that. Got 1-0 to Pereira. And a swing and a miss, 1-1. And Pereira pops that up. Again in foul territory, third base side, and that's where it will be caught. So maybe we didn't crack the code on Pereira as he pops out for the third and final out. We're moving on to the 7th inning. Pacers still leading by 2. It's 8-6. We'll be right back. And welcome back. Top of the 7th inning getting underway. Marcus Johnson once again thanking you for joining us this evening. Hunter Schuff's night is over after 2 2/3 innings pitch. He had 6 strikeouts, 1 walk, 3 hits, and no runs allowed. An effective night of relief for Hunter Schuff, and he'll turn it over to Daniel Wiggins now. Wiggins with a 3.23 ERA, a 4-1 record in 18 appearances, 2 saves on the year as well. And the first opponent that he will be facing will be Brett Branton, the shortstop. Branton 2 for 3 today with a pair of singles and a run scored. First pitch is in there for a strike. Outside corner, call strike. 0-2. Just missing there, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. Wiggins gets Branton for the first out.
Left fielder number 2, Austin Turgeon.
Now Austin Turgeon coming up to bat. 1 for 3 with an RBI single, struck out his last time up. In there for a strike, 0-1. This is outside, 1-1. Fly ball into center field. And he is there, and he'll make the catch for the second out.
The right fielder number 41, Trent Wynn.
And now Trent Wynn to bat. 3 for 3 today with 2 doubles, a single, and 2 runs scored. Pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. Misses low, 1-1. That one slapped into the gap in the left center field. Cut off by Smithers, who fires it in, and that will hold Wynn to a single. Calvo, Schuff, and now Wiggins all unable to solve Trent Wynn. 4 for 4 today.
The first baseman number 15, Zach Little.
And now Zach Little to the plate. Runner on first with 2 outs. He's 0 for 3 today. Reached on a fielder's choice and scored a run his first time up. Struck out his last time up, however. And first pitch in there for a strike. Sent up the middle. Stopped by Rogers, flips it to second, and Watcher can't hold on to the ball. And everybody will be safe.
Center fielder, Ty Andrus.
And now Ty Andrews, the top of the order, coming up to bat. He's also 4 for 4 today. And with runners on first and second, Pacers are going to want to make sure they shut him down. Ball in the dirt. 1-0. One up. Inside 2-0. In there for a strike, 2-1. Another pitch low and inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Outside, ball 4. And that will load the bases up and will draw a visit to the mound from the dugout. We're going to take a short break. Be right back. Pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 to McCann Mellett. Mellett 1 for 3 today. Single, a run score, an RBI, and 2 strikeouts. Count now 0-2. Wiggins trying to work his way out of this bases loaded jam. Misses outside, 1-2. Low and outside. Ball 2, 2-2. This is clinging to a 2-run lead here, 8-6. Swing and a miss. Got him with a high fastball, and that'll get you out of a bases loaded jam in a hurry. We move on to the 7th inning stretch. Pacers still up by a score of 8-6. And we are fresh out of the 7th inning stretch. Bottom of the 7th inning starting up with Niall Goings leading it off. Goings 1 for 3 today with a double and a run scored. And he'll go after the first pitch, chasing it. 0-1. Low and away, 1-1. Rounded to second. Scooped up and fired to first to get Goings for the first out.
The first baseman, number 30, Connor Durden.
I'll bring up Connor Durden. Durden 1 for 3 today. First pitch missing for ball 1. Outside corner for a call strike. Count even at 1-1 to Durden. Low and outside, 2-1. Outside, 3 balls, 1 strike. Popped up high into the air. Third base side, foul territory. And will be caught for the second out. So now Brady O'Neill will step to the plate.
The designated hitter, Brady O'Neill.
O'Neill 1 for 3 today with an RBI single and a run scored. First pitch to O'Neill missing, low and away for ball 1. Inside, 2-0. Outside corner for a call strike, 2-1. Another pitch low and inside, 3-1 to O'Neill. And he grounds one over to third. Going to be a long throw, and that one is just in time to get O'Neill for the third and final out. Another 1-2-3 inning. We're moving on to the 8th. Pacers still up 8-6. And we're back with the top of the 8th inning. Getting ready to start up. Garvin Alston is the new pitcher for the Pacers, coming in relief of Daniel Wiggins, who went 1 full inning, allowed 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, no runs, earned or unearned. Alston coming into the game with a 4.24 ERA, no decision in 2 starts and 12 appearances. And he will face off against the leadoff man, Tyler Schneider. First pitch in there for strike 1. Schneider is 2 for 4 today. An RBI single, an RBI double, and those are good for 3 RBIs on the day. Count now 0-2. Fouled straight backs, freezes the count at 0-2. And that one well hit out there into left field. Smithers giving chase. He's going to watch it go out of here. A solo home run for Tyler Schneider. And the Pacer lead has been cut to 1. It's 8-7.
Designated hitter, Bradley Brown.
I'll bring up the DH, Bradley Brown. Brown 0 for 2 with 2 walks today. In there for a strike, 0-1. And the 1-1. Low and away, 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. In there for a call, strike 3. Brown down looking for the first out.
The catcher, number 31, Micah Goodwin.
And Micah Goodwin coming up to the plate, struck out his first time up. Nobody on and 1 out here in the top of the 8th. First pitch is high for ball 1. Inside corner, 1-1. This is high, 2 balls, 1 strike. High and inside, 3-1. Foul tip into the glove. Full count. Popped up, first base side, foul territory. Going to be a tough play. Making the catch is Connor Durden, who gets down on one knee and slides for it. Great catch from Durden to get the second out.
The shortstop, number 11, Brett Branton.
That brings up Brett Branton. Branton is 2 for 4 today with a pair of singles. Struck out his last time up. The first pitch to Branton misses for ball 1. Low and outside, 2-0. Right down the middle for a strike, 2-1. Fouled off, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Low and inside, full count. Swing and a miss. Alston gets Branton for the third and final out. We move on to the bottom of the 8th. Pacers now leading 8-7 after the solo home run from Schneider. And welcome back. Bottom of the 8th inning getting underway. Phil Watcher will lead it off for the Pacers. A new pitcher on the mound for the Bulldogs. Josh Karkland comes into the game for Nick Stegman, who had an impressive outing. 5 innings pitched, 1 strikeout, no walks, 6 hits, 3 runs, but only one of those runs was earned. And he shut down the Pacers in the second half of this game. Karkland, on the other hand, comes into the game with a 3.18 ERA, 3-0 record in 15 appearances, and 2 saves on the year. And Watcher bunts it into the air where it will be caught for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out. The pitcher's second best friend behind the double play.
The left fielder, Joey Smithers.
And that brings Joey Smithers to the plate. Smithers 0 for 3 today, but he has a pair of RBIs and 1 run scored. Pitch high and inside for ball 1. Another pitch high, ball 2. Popped it up behind the plate. That's going to end up out of play for strike 1. Another foul ball, 2-2. Low and outside, full count to Joey Smithers. And the 3-2 pitch. High in the air. Shallow right field. And that'll be caught for the second out.
The shortstop, Chandler Rogers.
Now Chandler Rogers coming to the plate. He is 0 for 3 today. Trying to add a little insurance to get back the run they let up in the top half of this inning. If Rogers can get his first home run of the year, you never know. First pitch inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Inside, misses, 1-1. Pacers have Blake Siegler warming up in the bullpen. Possible he'll come in to try to close this game out here in when we move on to the top of the 9th. This is outside, 2-1. And the 2-1 on its way. Inside corner for a call strike again, 2-2. Grounded slowly up the middle. Fired to first, and it's not in time as the ball was dropped. And the Rogers will be safe. They will most likely score that and E3. But the inning will continue with a runner now on first for the Pacers and 2 outs. And Jose Bonilla will come up to the plate. 3 for 4 today with 3 singles, a run scored, a run driven in, and was unfortunately caught stealing last time he was on base. It'll be interesting to see if they try to send Chandler Rogers. He's not a slowpoke. He has 6 stolen bases on the year. Possible try to get him into scoring position. Bonilla's bat's been pretty hot lately. And he sends that the other way, but foul. And Bonilla shows a bunt, bunts it straight back for strike 2. Fastball misses high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rogers has been dancing around over at first base, and it looked like it might have been a pitch out to try to see if they could catch him. And Rogers takes off, swing and a miss from Bonilla for the strikeout, so it doesn't matter what Rogers did. Bonilla down on strikes for the 3rd and final out. Pacers leave 1 stranded. We're moving on to the top of the 9th with an 8-7 lead. Pacers will try to close it out. And we are back. Blake Siegler will be the new pitcher for the Pacers. Trying to close this game out as they lead 8-7. 1.80 ERA with a 1-0 record and 12 appearances and 2 saves on the year. Pinch hitter will lead things off, Aaron Naney. Batting 143 on the year. Only 1 for 7, but he has 2 RBIs in his few at-bats. A 1-0 count as first pitch misses. Inside for a ball, 2-0. Pereira will head on out to chat with Siegler real quick after back-to-back balls. High and outside, 3-0. No action in the Pacer bullpen. Although I assume that'll change if anybody gets on base. Right down the middle for a strike, 3-1. Line past Connor Durden on a hop and into right field. Goings cuts it off before it can go to the corner. It is a leadoff single for Naney, and Wingate has the tying run aboard.
Right fielder, Trent Wynn.
And Trent Wynn coming up to bat, a very dangerous hitter. Nobody's been able to solve him yet. He is 4 for 4 today with 2 singles, 2 doubles, and 2 runs scored. And a visit to the mound. It looks like we're going to have a pinch runner out there.
Number 1, Justin Guy.
Justin Guy coming in to pinch run. Now with a guy who's has as hot of a bat as Wynn has had today, in a lot of cases you'd say, sacrifice bunt, but I'd say let him swing away. None of his hits have been fluky hits either. They've been solid contact today. And if you're Siegler, you got to look to try to get him out. So runner on first for Wynn. Check throw to first, not in time. Bunt, foul, 0-1. So they are going to have him try to bunt. Another check throw to first, and again, not in time. Another show of bunt. Not pulled back. Strike two. Fouled off. Count stays at 0-2. Another check throw to first. And another check throw to first. Might have gotten him. No, they did not. Again, Guy was taking a half a step towards second when the throw came. Misses high with a fastball, 1-2. And another check throw to first. A 1-2. Fouled off. Again, count stays right where it is. Misses high and inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fastball misses high, full count. Ziegler checks the runner again. High and inside, ball 4. After going down 0-2, Wynn draws the walk. Runners on first and second with nobody out here in the top of the 9th.
The first baseman, Zach Little.
That brings up Zach Little. Little is 0 for 4 today. I'd be very surprised if they don't have Little try to lay down a good bunt. Move the tying and go-ahead run into scoring position. Infield playing in. And show a bunt. Throw down to second. Ooh, that was dangerous. Luckily, Rogers' throw was way off the line. Rogers able to stretch out and snag the ball before it ended up in center field. And allowed the runners to advance. Pitch was in there for a strike, however, as Little didn't pull back in time. The 0-1. Another show of bunt. Again, unable to pull back, 0-2. Happened with Wynn. We'll see what happens with Little. And he grounds it foul. Spoils the pitch. We'll do it over. And Siegler steps off the rubber to send the runners back to their bags. Count is 0-2 to Zach Little with runners on first and second and nobody out in the top of the ninth inning. Pacers holding on desperately to an 8-7 lead. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout there from Little for the first out. However, another dangerous hitter coming up to the plate. Ty Andrews, who is 4 for 4 with 3 singles, a double, a run scored, and 1 walk. Double play ball would be huge. Base hit could be disastrous. And again, Siegler stepping off the rubber. Popped up high into the air. Siegler calling everybody off and making the catch for a big second out. And that takes care of the dangerous Andrews and brings up McCann Mellett. Mellett is 1 for 4 today with a single, a run scored, an RBI, and 3 strikeouts. Runners still on first and second with 2 men down here in the top of the ninth. And we will see if Siegler can close things out with this last man, or potentially last man. First pitch high and away for ball 1. Good pitch there, outside corner, strike one, 1-1. Sent on out into center field. That's going to be trouble. Bonilla can't come up with it. Run's coming home, and the tying run is in. And we are all tied up 8-8 on the RBI single from McCann Mellett. Bonilla couldn't, or well, he could have. He just took his eye off the ball at the last second and let it skip away from him.
The third baseman, Tyler Schneider.
And now Tyler Schneider coming up to bat with runners on the corners and 2 outs. We are now tied at 8-8 here in the top of the 9th inning. Schneider is 3 for 5 today. He homered his last time up. Curveball misses inside for a ball, 1-0. Popped up, foul territory. That'll end up out of play. Check throw to first, not in time. Fouled straight back, out of play again. 1-2. Runner takes off from first. And Prayer's just going to eat it, as it was just a fake out. Two, then high into the air. Bonilla under it and makes the catch for the third out, but the damage has been done, and we are tied going into the bottom of the 9th. Score is 8-8. And we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Dalton Weeks leads it off. Pacers trying to walk it off as they're tied 8-8. New pitcher on the mound for Wingate. His stat line is 1.85 ERA, 5-0 record in 16 appearances with 1 save, and his name is Alex Rodriguez. Weeks digs in to face off against Rodriguez. Curveball misses low for ball 1. Weeks is 3 for 4 with a double, 2 singles, an RBI, a run scored, and 1 strikeout. Pitch missing low and outside for ball 2. And Weeks fouls that one off. 2-1 now. The 2-1. Right down the middle, 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Weeks down on strikes for the first out.
The catcher, Brian Pereira.
Now Brian Pereira coming to the plate. Pereira, 1 for 4 today. Now that one was a 3-run shot back in the first inning. Over his last 3 at-bats, he has popped out twice in foul territory. Pitch inside for a ball, 1-0. One out. High in the air, left field. And that one's caught for the second out. Well, Niall Goings coming to the plate now, 1 for 4 with a double and a run scored.
The mathematics is not working on the scoreboard. They also should have 2 errors, but it's just not doing stuff. Okay, I would thought it was just us. Okay, but good question. Thanks.
The pitch low and inside for ball 1. The 1-0. Right down the middle for a strike, 1-1. The 1-1. Set on out into left field. That one could be gone. It is caught at the wall. Oh, so close to being a home run. Niall Goings. Very close, but to no avail. It's a 1-2-3 inning. We're going on into extra innings. Score still tied, 8-8. And we have free baseball now as the top of the 10th inning gets underway. William Ard comes into the game in relief of Blake Siegler, who went 1 inning, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 1 hit, 1 run, and that run was earned. And that one fouled off for strike 1. The leadoff man for Wingate, Bradley Brown. Brown 0 for 3 with 2 walks today. Pitch in there for a strike, 0-2. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. Pereira applies the tag, and Brown sits down as the first out.
The catcher, number 31, Micah Goodwin.
Micah Goodwin coming up to bat now. He's 0 for 2 today. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Outside corner, strike 2. O2 misses, 1-2. Another ball in the dirt, 2-2. Another ball outside, full count. That one's set into the gap in left center field. That's going to split the outfielders and go to the wall. Goodwin heading in for second. He will make it in there with a 1-out stand-up double.
The shortstop, number 11, Brett Branton.
That brings up Brett Branton. Branton is 2 for 5 today with a pair of singles and a run scored. Struck out his last time up, however. Runner on second with only 1 out, and that runner is the go-ahead run here in extra innings. Pitch low and away for ball 1. Right down the middle for a strike, 1-1. Check swing on a pitch low and away. He did not. The count is 2-1. Low and inside for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Outside, ball 4. A walk to Brenton. Runners on first and second, still only 1 out.
Left fielder number 1, Justin Guy.
That brings up Justin Guy. Guy came in to pinch run and eventually came around to score the tying run in the 9th inning after Naney singled. Guy batting .240 on the season with 1 home run and 13 RBIs. Pitch in there for a strike. Yeah, 1. Bunted down the third base side. Scooped up by Weeks, and he's just going to eat it. Everybody is safe. Bases are loaded with 1 out here in the top of the 10th inning for Wingate.
Right fielder number 41, Trent Wynn.
And so Trent Wynn coming up to the plate. Walked his last time up. He is 4 for 4 today. And another visit to the mound from Pereira to chat with Ard. And Kenny Thomas is coming out of the dugout. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change for the Pacers. Bases loaded with 1 out here in the top of the 10th inning. And we are back. John Yarbrough comes in for William Ard, who only managed 2/3 of an inning, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, and 2 hits, and leaving the bases loaded. All those runners are his responsibility. We'll see if Yarbrough can get out of the jam with 1 out. Ground ball double play would be ideal. And the first pitch is fouled off for strike 1. Grounded. Second, Watcher flips it for 1. The throw to first is not in time, so a run scores. That's the go-ahead run. It is 9-8 on the fielder's choice to Trent Wynn.
First baseman, Zach Little.
So now Zach Little coming to the play. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. Little is 0 for 5 today, but he's reached twice. Once on a fielder's choice and once on an error. And he grounds it through the right side for a base hit. That'll score 1 more run. Throw comes into second from Goings, and it is now a 10-8 lead for Wingate on a single by Little.
Center fielder, Ty Andrews.
Now, Ty Andrews coming up to the plate. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. Pitch misses low for ball 1. In there for a strike. And the 0-1 to Andrews. Pitch misses high as Andrews shows bunt but pulls it back. Andrews 4 for 5 today. 3 singles, a double, a run scored, 1 walk, and popped out his last time up. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Popped up, shallow right field. Watcher is there to make the catch for the 3rd and final out, but 2 runs have scored, and those 2 runs give Wingate a 10-8 lead as we move on to the bottom of the 10th inning. Pacers looking to make the comeback. And we are back. Bottom of the 10th inning. Pacers now trailing Wingate 10-8 as the Bulldogs have overtaken USC Aiken. Connor Durden leads things off for the Pacers. First pitch missing for ball one. Durden 1 for 4 today with a single and a run scored. Misses low, 2-0. It's right on the outside corner for a strike, 2-1. Fouled off, 2-2. Durden grounds it to short. Go to first is in time for the first out.
Designated hitter, Brady O'Neill.
That brings up Brady O'Neill. O'Neill 1 for 4 today with an RBI single and a run scored. He has, as we were saying earlier, he has 1 home run on the year. That home run was a walk-off shot. No opportunity to do that here as the Pacers trail by 2, but a home run would certainly be welcome in this case. First pitch in there for a strike. Outside for a ball. Pitch on its way. O'Neill fouls that one back. The count 1-2. Check swing, and they'll say O'Neill went. The tag is applied for the second out.
Second baseman, Phil Watcher.
That brings up Philip Watcher. He could be the last hope for the Pacers. 2 for 4 today. Pair of singles and a run scored. Pitch right on the outside edge for strike one. Fouled off, 0-2. Pacers down to their last strike. High and outside for a ball, 1-2. One, two is in there for a call, strike three. Watcher down looking for the third and final out, and that will do it here from Roberto Hernandez Stadium. Pacers drop the one-game series to Wingate by a score of 10-8 in 10 innings.
For the Bulldogs, Ty Anderson, Trent Wood, each with 4 hits. Tyler Schneider, 3 hits, a home run, and 3 RBIs. University of South Carolina.
Pacers will be back in action on April the 13th. They start a 3-game series with Young Harris at Young Harris. That'll be April 13th at 6 p.m., April 14th at 2 p.m., and April 15th at 1 p.m. You can tune into PacersSports.com to catch live updates on the stats and everything. And the Pacers will be back home on Tuesday, April the 17th, when they take on Newberry for a 1-game set at 6 p.m. And then that Friday, April the 20th, they begin a 3-game series with conference foe Lander. That'll be all weekend, April's 20th, 21st, and 22nd. But until then, I'm Marcus Johnson. Thank you for joining us, and have a good one.